Alright, what's up, guys? Time for another video. This one I want to talk about AI because there's so many different ways I wanted to approach it. I mean, there's so much in it that literally it'll give you a brain freeze and make your head spin as far as deciding which aspect of this subject that you'd want to discuss. Because there's so many aspects of it. You can take the idea of AI, which is nothing more than an elaborate collection of computer code and algorithms, and nobody can really determine that a computer will ever decide to go against its program or everything that's okay. I'm saying basically the dangerous thing about AI. I think the woman in Truthstream Media YouTube channel says this way better than me, and then her husband does videos about this too. But alright, I cannot say this or stress this enough. Those who create this AI, if it's run by the wrong asshole or assholes, they have a very creepy ability to impose their perception of reality upon everybody else and make their perception of reality, or whatever moral platform or whatever is considered psychologically or psychiatry psychologically correct or psychiatry correct, their rewritten version of it literally would be dictated, and it would be the only, their perception of reality will be the only acceptable perception of reality, and any other perception of reality will be outlawed and punished and persecuted and literally erased or whatever the hell they want to do. So that's why this is so dangerous. They want to alter. They think these people, it can be a bunch of assholes that fancy themselves as the only masters of reality, and they want to dictate to you and me and everybody else their perception and make it the only acceptable perception. The most dangerous thing about AI is the fact that and why there's a lot of people that are really scared of it. Hollywood producers and writers and all kind of different people with line of work, and they want to regulate it, which, oh yeah, there's a lot of good reason for that and why it's dangerous. And it has not really been determined yet, even though I was a nerdy kid with all kind of even older low-budget science fiction movies that wanted to warn people about AI and technology. I can go on about being a science fiction nerd, but I digress. But anyway, it hasn't really been determined like in science fiction movies, other than the fact that you have now about AI that they don't want you to think. Nowadays they want you to, the most dangerous thing is have people say something is fact, or a certain behavior, only a certain behavior is acceptable, or this other behavior is a crime because AI said so. And this is I'm saying this on the proposition that AI, what they're calling it now, it's just a computer, something that is put into it whatever information, like everything from a definition of a word. Whoever, if, all right, you get somebody that's a real asshole, all right? I want to talk about an example without jumping subject, how North Korea has this and why it's dangerous, what they want to turn this country in, okay? Take into consideration that the definition of words. How I always said in videos that they want to expand, add to, or change, or eliminate the definitions of certain words and put their definition, or replace it with their definition of words, how people want to play with words. And I remember when I listened to Jim Quinn back when he was on FM radio, he was the other Rush Limbaugh. He was a Pittsburgh DJ, but he became the other Rush Limbaugh at the time. He said about how the communists want to destroy everything you know. And this is way before we had these fucking smartphones and internet. This was a concern. And technology that we have now, we were only imagining it. But anyway, this is a lot to unpack here. Consider, you get some narcissistic, psychotic, sociopathic asshole, you want to say the leader of North Korea, because they say that AI for the cameras, what you do is you can attach an algorithm to every single facial expression in North Korea. They can literally tell you how you can walk and carry yourself. If you carry yourself around too badass or too arrogant, the AI, different pictures of expressions and intentions, literally they can, with this, they can literally, and it's done in North Korea already, every little look you have on your face can be considered illegal or in a crime, put it that way. And there's people that would love that. And you get the people that program this AI. AI it hasn't been determined that somebody that creates a computer that's nothing more but a machine and a collection of algorithms, right? It hasn't been determined yet if it would get to the point where the machine would get smart and defy its programmer and decide it knows better than everybody else and say fuck you, unless somebody writes and shoots themselves in the foot with a certain algorithm. I don't know, and maybe, I don't know, but it's just a collection of algorithms, right? So my case is, you can get somebody of any color, black, white, Asian, or whatever, and this person, say you get this one programmer of each color or category or nationality has a good intention and fair intentions, or complete asshole among their color and nationality, right? And they want to force down everybody's throat their ultimate view, moral platform in the world. Oh yeah, you throw gay or trans in there too. You can get any group that wants their supremacy over one another. Go figure how AI is dangerous. They have, say, everybody, gay, transgender, black, white, Asian, then we're bringing up North Korea again, and you want to throw in the racial things right there, why I say it's so important to share and put out there, share and support unwoke black YouTubers. We have a thing about this AI now that, none of us want no Ku Klux Klan or Aryan Nation type racism, right? But you got these assholes out there that don't want you to look at or share unwoke black YouTubers who, it's scary if they can make laws and write AI and algorithm, all right? The ones that think battling white supremacy, the answer to battling white supremacy is putting in place harsh rules against a particular group, which is rooted in black supremacy. And the ones that would like to have you arrested for sharing unwoke black YouTubers and would like to have them all thrown in jail and put in a prison camp, okay? But I digress. I'm bringing that up as an example. You get somebody that, whether you think the computer can get intelligent enough, right, and say, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want. and I'm gonna just exterminate all humans like in a fucking science fiction movie, all right? And yeah, there was a science fiction movie when I was a young kid called Forbidden Planet that you could read other things into, you know. Yeah, some of them old movies, they keep taking them off of YouTube when some of us like to revisit them. But anyway, you can read more into that. But anyway, you get... AI is dangerous because, yeah, what you're seeing certain YouTubers talk about now, that they want to reverse, turn the tables, spitefully turn the tables on certain type of groups, and outlaw certain words and AI generated pictures, you know. And now there's a lot of stuff. I'm just stopping right there because I'll make this video go on and on about that. But yeah, there's a lot of these very disturbing things that they're doing with AI just to fuck with some of us and be passive aggressive, so to speak. But yeah, I'm not going there with this video right now, and I'll be off the subject. But yeah, it's a collection of algorithms, and whoever's writing the algorithms, say they're a contemptful, vengeful, spiteful, narcissistic, sociopathic asshole, which comes in black, white, Asian, African, any kind of, like Anthony Brian Logan says, black, white, candy stripe, you know, it don't matter, you know what I mean? If the person's a damn asshole, you know, that wants to just destroy, make everybody the same and destroy what he hasn't got. The person who writes that algorithm, and the dangerous thing would be dumbing everybody down and say, oh, this is what the next generation, this is what AI says, this is right, this behavior is right, and this meaning of the word is right. They want to erase the meaning of certain words and then reassign the meaning of words. They want to, yeah, they're talking about, like certain YouTubers are saying, an example, Stalinize the language or sanitize the language. And yeah, you can get some narcissistic asshole that as of now, AI only will do what the person who written the algorithms says, right? And if you got this far in this video too, you want to consider what this thing called AI, this collection of algorithms, is done already. Say you use a song on YouTube for any of your stuff, right? It automatically detects, because somebody wrote a coded algorithm, you want to put any song, any favorite song, just you decide. You put it on there, it already comes up and that song is identified, because every single song is in some big computer database somewhere right now, and you can write an algorithm literally with samples, like you can samples of the song, or just, I think they use the whole song, or you can identify pictures, entire movie scenes, and it catches it, the computer catches it, and without a manual override, a person behind there, or AI, you know, that instead of what you wanting to talk to a human for customer service, if they do away with a human, a form of bureaucracy, you're literally, I mean, for example, if you want to enforce a law like North Korea, you get AI instead of a person coming and putting you in front of a judge, or whether somebody wants to fire you from a job, or put you in jail, or put you in front of a firing squad, right? No human deciding putting you before a court, right? They want to have the AI take over, and only certain privileged people out there, whoever the hell they are, that rewrites the language and rewrites every single rule or whatever moral platform that they want to say everybody has to follow and enforce, right? Computer, you know, maybe there won't be robots coming to get you like the Terminator and shooting you or whatever yet, but the very dangerous thing is, AI detects, say, camera on a post, AI detects whatever wrongful language or wrong face you're making, the wrong way you're carrying yourself, maybe like too much of a cocky badass, send the authorities right away, drag you away, or do whatever they decide. Oh, yeah. Burn you at the stake, put you in front of the firing squad, throw you into a labor camp, North Korea, you know what I mean? But AI says so, the ultimate in bureaucracy. No, get rid of the, right now, instead of what they do is, everybody wants to erode or subvert the country by putting their own corrupt judges or corrupt authorities in. Defund the police, but yet replace them with their authorities and police and their enforcing class. You would use the AI said so. Bam, you don't have no day in court. I mean, you don't even have to have corrupt judges anymore because you don't need no day in court. Dystopian science fiction, you want to say the novel 1984 or Blade Runner type technology, movie Forbidden Planet, if you want to read more into the message, if you want to perceive that, if you ever seen that movie, perceive what was going on in before the setting of the movie, you want to say that the race of people that died by the hands of their technology, if you wanted to speculate and write your own precursor to that movie Forbidden Planet, what did they have? Did they have this AI and laws? I mean, that's I'll go start getting overboard there, but there's a lot of people that if you want to be an asshole and dictate your platform, moral platform and bias, and anybody that you don't like, you want to persecute, threaten, squeeze them and assert your dominance, literally use AI. I mean, connected it to database, totally change, outlaw language, change meanings of words, change what behaviors are acceptable, and decide to erase biological gender, even though instead of somebody just having their own choice, no matter how warped it is, they identify as another gender. Get somebody to say, outlaw, nobody's allowed to identify as their biological gender anymore. Change the way you dress, act, walk, and everything, and use AI to enforce it, pretty much. Collection of algorithms. I mean, it can give people a disadvantage as far as like what Hollywood and certain people that are working replace actual people who write. Because AI, all it does is, okay, while this came to my mind, what AI actually really is, I'm laughing about this because people, you know how you get really shitty stories and shitty movie scripts you're hearing about written in Hollywood? Acting like AI is so superior and smart. This AI is a thing that, an algorithm that looks for all kind of shit on the internet, every single story, anything in a database, and plagiarize. Okay, this is very hard to kind of wrap your head around. Remember, say when you were in college now, because with the age of the internet, like even I spent some time in college, your teacher, a professor or instructor, or if you will, literally will look on the internet himself to see if you're doing plagiarisms or whatever on a paper. And I made a case in a separate video if it is really possible to avoid plagiarism, even if you're not really intending to plagiarize, because everything has been done, nothing new under the sun. Every guitar riff was taken, every song name was taken, every description of a thing, anything you try to reinvent. platform for, like, if you want to bring fitness stuff in there and yoga, every single name for fitness, all it is a new name invented that they advertise on TV and call it. I mean, that's going to be a separate subject. Anyway, all it is having a machine doing plagiarism for you more cleverly. That's all the fuck really AI is, don't you think? And really, I should do a separate video on just that. I mean, all you're doing, if you're a really good at writing computer code, getting a code to, well, you figure what the hell you think spies on you really on every single person's internet search or whatever too. And look what they're putting people's DNA in now, under the guise of you wanting to know your heritage or whatever the hell. Well, what a clever way to willingly give up your DNA or whatever. Well, it's a good way they solve crimes, you know, and solve things, but at the same time, it's a way that they can, they have everything about you and track you, you know what I mean, too. But, yeah, for AI to work, you got to have everything put into it, every single thing, and no more paper books. Take a certain meaning of a word, and then anybody who has the code and every single meaning of every single thing in the world in a big computer, right? They also have the power with their algorithms to totally alter a meaning of a word, make the old meanings of the word literally disappear, and maybe eventually the means to make you disappear over time, even if it's over a generation. Make you disappear if you refuse to conform to the new definitions of these new words. Like maybe phase you out a little bit at a time, you know, a little bit at a time, make you disappear, secret arrests or whatever the hell. Next generation, you can, how creepy it is, you can put that all these words in a database, delete the old meaning of the word and put your new meaning of a word in, literally change the textbook rules and definitions of abnormal psychology and psychiatry, right? One thing being a crime, it's a good thing now, and take whatever good thing, turn it into a crime, because it's written in a definition in that database in the algorithm, right? So what I'm saying to you, the person, the so-called AI, I'm not saying that there ain't no, I gotta wonder if there is any, if you're really a very good computer programmer with algorithms, you can argue that this ability, and not everybody has it, can be like a Lord of the Rings type power, very dangerous. And say you get a person that's a good computer programmer, good morals, say power being very a seductive type of power. Oh, what can I do? That maybe turn you into the biggest asshole in the universe. You know what I mean? And basically the person that's very good at writing code, and then the rest of us, we took some of it, like I took some of it. Not all of us are good at it. And the shit that people can already do with it, if you're already good at it, you can be like a natural, catch on real quick. And I mean, there are people that are like really geniuses at it, but I mean, it's a very creepy thing. I mean, the literally the power and the advantage somebody have is to a point like creepy, and they're really, it invites something that shouldn't be out there without a check on its power. I mean, the same thing you argue is, should Democrats have full control of the House? Should Republicans have full control of the House? Should white people have total supremacy over everything? Should black people have total supremacy over everything? Gay, trans people have total power and supremacy? Anybody have an unfair advantage, a monopoly, if you will? I mean, without a check on its power, that a total asshole among them has too much power. That's a scary thing, and that's what should be. That should be blocked, big time. I mean, that's more scary. I mean, if the wrong person, like that wants to be rule their country like a third world country, communist country, or some kind of cult. I mean, yeah, anything that the machine just makes the decision, and any other human or enforcing class to come to your door or whatever, they just obey. And the people that literally were in charge of the algorithm will decide to put their enforcing class in, and they wrote the algorithm, and it says, you know, note the AI is the ultimate. Okay, this is the law of the land. This is what we're doing right off the bat. No day in court, no arguing. Plus, any arguing or complaining will be automatic punishment. Yeah, like, well, since I got this far in this video, there was like a dystopian prison movie called Fortress. Not to be confused with the a movie of the exact same name, which was an Australian movie, which is school teachers struggle out in the wilderness with a bunch of students while they were being pursued by some I think they were bank robbers wielding shotguns and everything, and they escaped somehow, and they're being pursued by these. But anyway, there was that movie. But I'm talking about the other movie also called Fortress, was a dystopian prison movie, which yeah, I'm surprised like the YouTuber Truth Stream Media didn't already bring up, but yeah, that's some very interesting stuff. You know, that movie Fortress, you can get a voice coming from the other end. It can be actually a computer voice run by algorithm, while somebody else, other assholes that are in there running it, and anything put into that algorithm regarded as complaining, any act of defiance, questioning, or any kind of body language that's defiant and not submissive is an automatic crime and a punishment, and dominance should be asserted against you for it. I mean, so this is basically, if you want to say anything in this video, this is about the intention of people with the AI, what they want to use it for. A tool to change words in by means of an iron-fisted rule, and to assert dominance over another individual, and to literally harass and squeeze somebody into submission, you know what I mean? And something that when you have it, it's basically you'll have the whole world being just like North Korea, which is literally installed in their cameras all over their streets in North Korea, put it that way. You have a little bit of it in this country. You still got people behind the camera, but yes, you do. In some of my country right here, I mean, you could, like, you put every single face in a database, you know what I mean, and every single expression of a face, whether it's submission, faces of submission, or faces of defiance, or faces of you're walking around too prideful, which is anything put in a database that's considered disrespectful to your authorities who wrote this AI algorithm. Yeah, the programmer and programmers who want it as a tool. And why it's so dangerous is the people who you will put these algorithms are the ones that have intentions to literally an iron-fisted rule. Dictate everything about you, everything to your body language, and dictate your words, like in every aspect of your life and aspect of your existence. I mean, it's a dictator. The AI is a dictator's dream. I mean, and if you're into that biblical the biblical revelation, if you will, when Mark of the Beast, you know what I mean. People were translating, the biblical revelation into. Well, you figure everybody's numbered now and registered before we even had computers. Even we had the earliest computers, so go figure. But I'm just going to end this right here before I get too carried away. I mean,